We all consider tennis to be a competitive sport, right? However, guess what? It is much more than that. Surprisingly, it serves as a platform for players to demonstrate their empathy and compassion. Inspiring and touching the hearts of millions of fans around the world, several players have displayed their compassion and humanity both on and off the court. So, today we're going to take a look at the top 10 most inspiring tennis stories, which will for sure leave you in awe of the player's generosity of spirit and ability to empathize with others. These stories of compassionate behavior, from comforting a grieving mother to fighting sexism, will renew your faith in humanity. Are you ready to witness the heartwarming side of tennis? If so, then let's get started. Number 10. When Rafael Nadal comforted a ball girl. 10th on our list is a story about Rafael Nadal, who comforted a ball girl after a scary incident in which he served in her direction and hit her on the head fairly hard. Nadal went on to win the match and advance to the third round, and in the post-match interview, he spoke about the incident and his concern of causing her harm given the pace of the serve. As onlookers gaped in awe, the celebrity spent a few minutes consoling the distraught girl. Nadal's generous and compassionate character was on full display during this touching occasion, and he was widely applauded for his act both on and off the court. Number 9. When Roger Federer played with a fan in Zurich. Our next story involves Roger Federer, who talked to a young boy named Izyan Ahmad at the 2017 US Open press conference. During the press conference, Izyan asked Federer if he could continue to play for 8-9 years. What was his reason for asking such a question? Well, Izyan wanted to play Federer when he became a pro, and Federer promised him that he would play with him. Little did Izyan know that Federer would keep his word to him. In 2022, Izyan was flown to Zurich for an apparent training session, where he was shocked to see his hero emerge from behind the curtains. Federer said, "Nice to see you. Roger here. We made a promise, right? We're going to play. Are you ready?" Number 8. Serena Williams consoled her rival. Story 8 on our list concerns Serena Williams, who calmed her opponent during a match and in doing so demonstrated her empathy and concern for others. Serena Williams faced Tatjana Maria in the first round of the 2019 Australian Open. Maria's unhappiness and frustration with her own performance became more and more apparent in the second set. Williams, noticing Maria's distress during a changeover, went over to console her and give her a hug. Williams encouraged her, telling her, "You're doing great, don't be so hard on yourself." Williams' act of charity and sportsmanship was universally applauded by fans and the media. Serena Williams has a well-deserved reputation for being both a strong opponent and a compassionate and supportive sports figure, and this is not the first time she has displayed such grace and class on the field. Number 7. When Novak Djokovic invited a young fan to play tennis. Story 7 is all about Novak Djokovic, who invited a young fan to play tennis with him out of kindness and compassion. A youngster holding a "We Love Noel" banner caught Novak Djokovic's eye while the Serb was practicing for the 2015 US Open. He asked Brandon, the kid, to come out and play some tennis with him. Brandon's day immediately was brightened by the act, and the touching result quickly became a social media sensation. In an interview, Djokovic thanked the boy and hoped the incident would inspire more children to take up tennis. Fans and media outlets alike lauded Djokovic for this act of generosity and sportsmanship, which demonstrated the power players have to influence and reward their audiences, and to spark and nurture green shoots of enthusiasm for the sport. Number 6. When Martina Hingis served as a charity volunteer. Martina Hingis exhibited her altruistic side by giving her time to a non-profit organization. Throughout her career, Hingis has been a strong supporter of many worthwhile causes dedicated to helping people. Hingis has donated to organizations that help impoverished and marginalized children and women to receive education, healthcare, and jobs. She has served tirelessly and donated money to such groups. One example is her involvement with Smile Train, which provides free birth surgeries for children born with cleft lips and palates. This common birth defect can affect speech, chewing, and breathing, and very often surgery to treat it is relatively simple and effective. Hingis's participation in the group increased both profile and financial support garnered by the cause. And in 2022, she organized a tennis clinic to coach tennis to a group of 18 kids. She gave these children holiday food and drinks and spent quality time with them. She shared some of these happy moments on Instagram with the caption, "A Christmas Tennis Clinic," Nothing brings me more happiness than working with my mom on this holiday to offer a training for a group of 18 kids, with holiday food, drinks, and Q&A. Here is to the next generation. Thank you to at Tennis Club Ride for making this possible. Number 5. When Andy Murray stood up against sexism. Fifth on our list is the story of Andy Murray, a tennis player who has spoken out against sexism and in favor of equal pay. Murray is well known for his equal rights advocacy and has been vocal about his concerns regarding discrimination and sexism in the game. He believes that women should be paid the same as men for competing in the same tennis tournaments and has spoken out forcefully in favor of this cause. During 2017's Wimbledon tournament, after a reporter remarked that American tennis player Sam Querrey was the first U.S. player to reach a major tournament semifinal since 2009, Murray interjected with the phrase, "male player," a clear reference to the fact that Serena Williams had won 12 Grand Slam tournaments since 2009 and that her achievements shouldn't be overlooked. His mother Judy appeared pleased with his response on Twitter, congratulating him for acknowledging the impressive record of top females in the sport. But Sir Andy's support for equal rights doesn't end there. He also made history by hiring the first female coach in the sport, Amelie Mauresmo. Murray's efforts have encouraged other tennis players to speak out against gender bias in the sport. Number 4. When Venus Williams supported a fellow player. At 4, we have Venus Williams' story, which stems from her generous and encouraging behavior towards a rival player during a match. Naomi Osaka was seen crying and seemingly distraught throughout their on-court encounter, prompting Venus Williams to go over and console her. Following the match, Osaka shared the sad news that her grandfather had passed away, before expressing her gratitude to Williams for her kind and supportive words. Tennis fans were moved by Williams's generosity to Osaka, which served as a powerful reminder that sports have the power to bring out the best aspects of people's characters, even when the stakes are high. Number 3. Maria Sharapova demonstrated fair play on the court. Number 3 is Maria Sharapova, who displayed a high level of ethics by challenging a decision made by an umpire that actually went against her. Her gesture of sportsmanship, which occurred at a pivotal juncture in the match, deserves special mention. Sharapova was up in the set at the time of the umpire's initial call and could have easily let the faulty call stand in her favor. She could have won by cheating or lying, but she decided to show that she valued honesty and preferred for integrity and fair play to prevail over and above short-term personal gain. The impact of Sharapova's integrity extended well beyond the court. For all spectators, it was a salutary reminder that tennis is about more than just winning and losing, but most crucially, it is about the character that is molded during the process of striving to bring the best out of yourself. Other players can draw inspiration from Sharapova's actions, which show that it is possible to place honesty and integrity above winning at any cost. Number 2. When Andre Agassi used his fame to help underprivileged children. The second story is about Andre Agassi, who used his fame and wealth to start a charity that helps kids who don't have many resources or much hope for their future. The Andre Agassi Foundation for Education was set up in 1994 to help poor children in the United States get a better education. Agassi, who had a harsh upbringing, understands that education is a key pathway to lift kids out of poverty and to help unlock their potential. Agassi's foundation supports charter schools, educator preparation programs, and early childhood education. His resources have really helped many children and families, and he is well known for his generosity and social involvement. He received the 1995 Arthur Ashe Humanitarian of the Year Prize for his humanitarian endeavors. Number 1. When Stefanos Tsitsipas donated his prize money to charity. Our final story is about Stefanos Tsitsipas, a tennis player who is known for giving money to charity. He has set a fantastic example of the kind of selfless and caring behavior we should all aspire to by giving away his tournament winnings to charity. He once donated $10,000 to the Elina Svitolina Foundation, which helps young tennis players. Tsitsipas's generosity assisted the charity's kids in many ways, while serving as a remarkable example. Moreover, he announced at the 2023 Australian Open that he would build a school in Victoria, a state of Australia, if he ever won the Australian Open. These selfless statements not only highlight the capacity top players possess to do good in the world, but remind us that we should all strive to give more with our own lives, no matter how small that giving may be in the moment. His willingness to use his celebrity status as an athlete to benefit others is proof that success can be put to good use and that everyone has a duty to give back to those less fortunate. So, these were the top 10 most heartwarming tennis stories that hopefully left you feeling inspired and uplifted. Without question, there are countless more examples of top tennis players demonstrating enormous compassion, too many to name and describe, in fact. Many players have given tremendously to good causes over the years and continue to do so. In no way are their actions diminished by the fact that they do not appear on this list. It is often the most silent acts of charity that are the most powerful, with generous folks who aren't interested in drawing attention to their own acts of giving, making significant and lasting impact and improving lives the world over. Today's stories remind us that sports are not just about winning or losing, but also about showing kindness, compassion, and empathy towards others, and about building your character in the process of becoming a better person. It's been a blast sharing this list, and we hope you enjoyed it too. That's all for today's video, and thanks for watching it. Here is another video for you to enjoy. If you liked today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Until next time, keep blasting those forehands, and we'll see you on the court.